Hey everyone, Espionage here. Want to do a somewhat lengthy video today. Want to share with you um, some information if you want to learn how to collect Pokemon Squishmallows. So here's your typical Squishmallow, right? Nice and soft. And then you got your Pikachu plush. These have been around for a long time, right? But it was only in the last year, 2023, that we then got ourselves the Pokemon Squishmallows, right? So, um, our family, we've actually collected almost all of them, right? I mean, they're nice and soft. And so I want to actually explain the background behind all of these so that way you get a better idea if you're interested in collecting them. So, originally in late January, maybe 2023, so just last year, about a little under a year from today, the first two Squishmallows came out that were Pokemon. That is Pikachu and Gengar, right? So these two both came out around the late January, early February timeframe. Um, Once they were released, after that came Togepi. Togepi was in April of 2023. And after Togepi, we got Snorlax. Snorlax was released in July of 2023. And after Snorlax, we got, let me see if I can reach both Piplup and Winking Pikachu, right? So both of these two were released in August 2023. And then in November 2023, there was a holiday Pikachu released only at Target. And um, so actually, there's actually two more that were released, sort of, but I'll get into those, like the Clefairy and the Teddiursa. But okay, so if you decide that you want to start collecting Pokemon Squishmallows, right, then the first thing you want to know is, well, first you got to decide which ones you want to collect, if you want to collect them all or not. Like, there's technically 9 out so far as of January 2024. But then you also have to decide on size. Like, there's several different sizes for these Pokemon, right? So the Pokemon Squish, the ones that I decided to collect, 10 inch. This is the smallest possible size, right? So there's 10 inch, then there's 12 inch, and then there's 14 inch, and then there's 20 inch variants of all of these. So it's like you got how many different types of Pokemon already, and then on top of that, you got 4 different sizes. So you're gonna have to kind of decide, right? I mean, there's even certain stores that sell specific sizes only, right? But let me share with you, I guess, like how some of these sizes are, right? I mean, Squishmallows come in a variety of different sizes. Like right now, as you can see, these are, I think this one's 10 inch. So if I raise it up here like this, it's a little bit over 10, right? Like it goes up to, I mean, you don't count the ears of the Pikachu, but I mean it's about 10. Like this Winston here, this one you can't really tell because it's so close, but it's about 12. This is a 12 inch. So then you can see, like, in terms of scale, if you want to decide, well, I want to get I want to start collecting the 14-inch Pokemons, they would be this size, right? And then, um, what else? I mean, like, this little guy right here is only like a 3.5-inch, like, keychain size Pokemon. I mean, Squishmallow, right? So you got the 10, you got the 14. I don't have the, oh no, this is actually, I think this is, no, this is the 12, right? This is the 12. So this is the 12 exclusive from Pokemon Center, which I'll get into. So we got 12, 10, 12, so you can start to figure out the sizing. And then the largest one that we got in our family is this. I don't know if I can fit this on camera. I gotta like stick it back more. But this one for us is a 16 inch. Like, this is from Costco, right? So I can't even show you the top of this thing because it's so high up. So let me push these back a bit so you can sort of see for yourselves that. So if you think about this, right, hopefully you guys can see this. Okay, so the picture that I got, right, is 10 inch, And then this Winston is 12 inch, so you can buy this size too. And then this guy right here is 16. Like, I don't know, he's almost as tall as the Daily Bugle Lego tower I have there to the left, right? I mean, so then think about this, right? So 10, and then you have a 12, and then there's a 14-inch variant of the Pokemon Squishmallows, and then there's a 20 that's even bigger than this little guy, Fifi here, right? So you have a variety. But the question is, well, where do you go about getting all these things? So right now, as I had mentioned, the Pikachu and the Gengar, those two came out originally, as well as I think the Togepi and the Snorlax, they came out in the first half of basically 2023. So they're not easy to find anymore. Most likely, you're gonna have to buy them from like Amazon or Walmart third-party sellers, eBay, Mercari, StockX, wherever, any collector place, right, for out-of-print stuff that you would have to find. But then if you're interested in getting the newer ones, like Pip-Up or Winking Pikachu, those ones are easier, right? You can still find them at stores like Amazon, GameStop for retail. The 10-inch ones will retail for about $15, and then the 12-inch are only at Pokemon Center, and they will go for $30. And the 14 inches retail for $25, and then the 20 inches will go for about $50, I think. So that's what I want to share with you in terms of different sizing, right? So I actually want to take you on a little bit more here. Let me share with you this laptop too. So I'm going to show you some stuff that's kind of interesting to see. Okay, so first off, let me share with you the holiday Pikachu Squishmallow, right? So this one is this was a 14-inch that was released only at Target, right? So it's basically a Pikachu with a little Santa hat on it. It was only at Target. I think it was like $30. It came out in November. Oh, it was 25. Came out in November, but it's sold out now, right? I mean, you can't buy it at Target anymore, so you gotta buy it at eBay or wherever, some other site that you can find it at. So that's that one, right? And then if you are interested in the 12 inches, right? So if you're interested in 12-inch, you can buy them off of Pokemon Center, right? You can buy them off of eBay and all sorts of stuff. But I mean, Pokemon Center still sells a few things, right? So take a look here, Squishmallow. So at Pokemon Center, we can see that they have even the new ones, right? So here are the initial ones, right? Pikachu and Gengar sold out. Togepi, Snorlax sold out also. They are all going for $30. But if you're interested today, in January 2024, you can still get Pip-Up or Winking Pikachu, and you can even order the new Teddiursa and Clefairy, right? These are all 12-inch only, right? And the interesting, unique thing about the Pokemon Center ones is on the back of them, you'll see there'll be like a little Pokemon Center logo that's stitched in, right? I mean, if I take and look at my own, right? My own Pip-Up, nothing, right? There's nothing here. So if you're interested, like I remember when I bought a Togepi off eBay off somebody, and I ordered the 10-inch, but then he sent me a Togepi and it had, the Pokemon Center logo attached to it. I was like, no, that's 12-inch, dude. Like, that's not what I want. I'm collecting only 10 inches. So, that's the sort of thing you can quickly tell. And conversely, right? I mean, if you decide I'm going to collect all the 12-inch ones, then, it's easy to tell which ones are the 12-inch because they all have this logo back here. But unfortunately, as you can see here, the initial run, the first 4, they're not sold anymore on the Pokemon Center website. So you got to go scrounge around and look for this via eBay or wherever else you need to go, right, to find them from third-party people that are willing to sell it. So the Clefairy and Teddiursa are also kind of new. These ones, so the way Pokemon Center usually works is they have some sort of deal where the Pokemon, they always come out at the Pokemon Center first. like the 12-inch, right? So now that we know that Clefairy and Teddiursa are here, I know that the 20-inch, the 20-inch at Target for both Clefairy and Teddiursa are coming out in March, right? Mid-March 2024. So I would estimate that the 10-inch and the 14-inch variants of Teddiursa and Clefairy should come out maybe next month in February. So I'm looking forward to picking these guys up too when the time comes. So I I think that's really the summary, right, of what you need to do. So let's quickly confirm, right, everything now you know, right, everything you need to know about Pokemon Squishmallows. One, you got to decide how many or which ones you want to collect, right? There's a total of 9 that are technically out, and then you got to decide which size, right? I mean, almost all of them have 10-inch, 12, 14, and 20-inch variants, except for the Holiday Pikachu, which is only, I think, 14-inch and only at Target, right? And then 12 inches are only from Pokemon Center, and they have that little, logo in the background, the Pokemon Center stitching that is behind the back of the Pokemon on their on their right side. So now that you know that, it seems like, you know, Jazzwares is going to keep releasing more of these. It sounds like maybe every few months we'll see 2 more hit the market. The good news, I think, what I'm noticing is that like this has been months later, and it's still possible to get Piplup and Winking Pikachu. So either, you know, the company learned and decided to just produce a lot more, as the original ones keeps sold out already. Either that, or people are just like, there's just too many. I can't collect this many. So either way, if you're interested in getting the newer ones, you're more likely able to get them. I remember I walked into like a Walgreens and I saw some around. I mean, you can even check out like Hot Topic and Claire's, but they tend to be a little bit more marked up in terms of pricing, so you probably won't get as good of a deal from there. But yeah, I think that's what I wanted to share today. So consider yourselves Pokemon Squishmallow experts now that you've seen this video. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.